I'm going to reiterate that again. How can you keep it as a Schedule I drug when you are holding a patent on it for medicinal value? Tell me how this continues to go on. That's what burns me up more than anything. It's almost like talking out of both sides of your mouth. I suppose that really upsets me.
It really does. It really does. And it really needs to get out there. It really needs to get out there. I mean, I know there's thousands of people out there that are all for it and stuff like that and agree with what we're saying, but agreeing isn't going to get them anywhere. Get up and do something. Get up and do something.
That's an excellent point because, yes, we have a lot of listeners who are very supportive of everything being done here, but they're very passive. And it's not the time to be passive anymore. We can't afford it. We cannot.
No, it's not time to crawl up in a little ball and be afraid.
Well, not if you want your children to have a future. Not if you want to move away from the radiation chemotherapy, from the pollution, from cutting down our rainforest, from using all the toxic chemicals that is poisoning our ground and our water and our air. We've got to get away from it. And this is the most viable, most obvious solution. So why it isn't being embraced, that's where people need to be putting their research. Okay, definitely. Go get your facts. Find out that everything that we said is true. Go look at the facts and look at the studies, and you'll find that everything that we said is true. From there, go look at why you've been lied to, how the lie started, who was involved, and then take a look at who is blocking or keeping the knowledge suppressed and the laws in place. Then you kind of find your culprits. But again, all the knowledge in the world isn't going to change anything. You still have to get active. You still have to say, this is what I want, so.
Right, for now and for the future.
Right, and it doesn't take an activist to be an activist. Let's make that very clear. There are a lot of activists out there who never dreamed that they would become an activist, but they're doing things in their own little way, whether it be signing a petition or whether it be fully embracing this and doing something completely creative and, even time-consuming to further the message.
Exactly, and the time is now. The time is now. Get up and go do something. I mean, go to PAPSITE.info and read. Read all the information that's there. Go to Phoenix Tears. Read about Rick Simpson, and it'll lead you to all different resources.
Right. Visit Cannabis Science. Cannabis Science, we have to plug them. Dr. Melamede, look at that work. Look at those research studies. It's not disputable.
Exactly. More and more people are popping up.
I know, and that's great. Yeah.
It really is. We just need less talk, more doing.
That's it.
It doesn't cost money to open your mouth.
This is true.
You sit there and think, if they're lying about this plant, what else are they going to lie about? What else are they going to lie about?
Right.
Get your nose out of the newspaper, get your nose out of the news, and stop being brainwashed. Stop, listening to the news over and over and over again. Get out, be proactive, and read.
Right. The lost art of reading.
Exactly. And I think that's why we're doing this, and that's why I'm here today, is to actually raise our voices and tell everybody about, the economy, the nutrition, building with hemp. I mean, so many people I came across are like, what do you mean you can build from that? Yes, you can. You can do anything with this plant.
Tammy, can you imagine what our world would be like if we fully utilized this plant?
Oh, my gosh.
We could live in a paradise. We could live in a beautiful
a utopia.
Paradise. That's right, where everyone is fed clean air, clean water, beautiful clothes that will last forever. Yeah.
It's just so bad, you know. Burn fuel that's clean. We really want no wars. What would we need the wars for?
No, I doubt. Yeah, I doubt we'd have the wars, especially if we're ingesting and or taking it orally or smoking, whatever their preference would be. Yeah, we're getting funny now, but the bottom line is, outside of people wanting to smoke it for recreational uses, it's criminal to keep this plant illegal. Our earth cannot afford to do that any longer. We cannot afford to do that any longer. We cannot afford to turn a blind eye to, snub our nose at this medicine because it's associated with the M word. It makes no sense. We're doing ourselves an injustice by remaining ignorant.
Right, exactly. And you hear so many people, the economy. Well, hey.
This is a fix for that as well. So, yeah.
Exactly. They'll bring more money
back
into our economy.
Yes, it seems like you can beat your head against a wall trying to get this point across. Because, there's been so much damage done to the reputation of this plant. It is just incredible when for thousands and thousands of years beforehand it was utilized to, its extreme. And with, like I said, with today's technology and the way we are able to process, well, it could revolutionize, give us a whole new industry and, provide a better world for us.
Right. I mean, there's no good reason, not to allow our farmers to grow that. There's not.
No, there's not.
There's not, and I just hope, we reach out to, more and more people. And like we discussed a few minutes ago, we are, because I see more people popping up slowly, but they're getting there.
Right. Well, yeah, absolutely. I'm approaching this with people who I would never think were open to it. And I have to say that they will at least sit there and they will take the information. What they do with it, after I'm out the door, I don't know. But at least it's going to give them something to think about. And again, when they hear it from the next person down the line, it will reinforce that. And, it may take 2 or 3 times before it actually triggers that driven interest to really start reading up on it. But eventually it happens. It happened with me. And I've educated my family. I've educated my friends. And, yeah, so that's all we can hope for. That's
right.
That and people taking action, the best that we can hope for.
Exactly, and that's why I strongly, urge people, to give it a try. Read up on it. Read up on it. Prove that we're wrong. Start adding it to your diet. I do. I use it on a daily basis. My daughter packs it for lunch, the hemp seed bars, and she loves them. They're good. She loves them, and I take it as like a one-a-day vitamin, and I'm loving it. My whole family is, and I know many, many more out there are.
Yeah,
and there's so many ways that you can reach people. It's just I have to get up and start doing something as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. There's something in it for everybody. If your concern is the environment, you need to take a look at hemp in that respect. If your interest is in medical, you definitely need to take a look at the studies being done there. If your interest is humanitarian in feeding third world countries, this is also a viable option.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I say, there's a lot to be said for this plant, and I really think that people need to wise up, get with it, and start making our world a better place.
Exactly right.
Otherwise, what are our options? What is going to happen if we continue on this cycle? When we have something that is right here, that is viable, and it makes sense to use, it meets all of our needs. This plant meets just about every single need that we have as a human being.
Exactly, every single one.
Okay, Tammy. Now, I know that you are involved with Versativa products. Tell us a little bit about the Versativa products.
Versativa. Actually, I love them. I love the products. Actually, there's a product that we just recently came out with. It's called Inspirin. It is a hemp seed / phytoplankton pain reliever. You take it for headaches, fibromyalgia, any kind of aches or pains you may have. You're not masking the pain. You're actually healing yourself, the inside. It's working with your cells and every inch of your body. And it's really, really good. It's a whole food. If anybody wants to go check it out, they can go check it out at nudeversativa.com. Our website, again, is nudeversativa.com.
Wonderful. Well, Tammy Kessner, it was a pleasure to have you again. Thank you so much for coming on and talking with us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, I told you come back anytime you want. I meant it. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's exciting, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. And you have a good day, Tammy.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
All right, so everybody stick around. We will be right back with you with Bob Newland, founder of South Dakota Normal, on the Activist Corner. He'll be joining us today to enlighten us on his perspective of the war on drugs.